Morning, guys. Mark Ferrasci, Foot Check Dog Training, and Big Boy, who I am working on. Nope, good. You get that foot up there. Come here. Couché. Into accenting our explosion into the down, and this is what I'm hinging this off of. And I started to do another video, and I did the same thing I did the other day, no sound. And I'm doing some good stuff, and all of a sudden I go, oh no, I got no sound. Damn it. Not a fun thing to have happen. Yep, good. So what I'm trying to accent now is how we're going to flow with keeping drive up, kind of a knee-po-po type of thing. Nope, where I'm keeping drive up, it's a mix-up. It's how I'm doing things because I'm putting pressure on the dog with my tap taps. He's getting a correction now. He's getting an aversive. I'm not knocking his head off, but I'm teaching him to understand and to respect correction and understand that it's a communication tool. It's communication is what it is, really. Good. Yep. So we're using it. Good boy. And we're building it right now. Couché. Good. Into the aversive. Now I have my hand here, and as I do here, I spin, and the spatial pressure involved with the timing of the down and me moving backwards and away from him is what's going to end up happening. We're teaching him a down on the walk, and this is all going into the accenting of that explosion into the down. And this is another area that you'd work on it, right? Yep. Remember what I'm always saying. We don't just come at something one way. We do it 1,000 different contextual ways to get the dog to understand what we're trying to convey to him. Yep. Good. And it's how you mix up. You hear me talking about mix up all the time. How you mix up in the drive to compensate and to OPA, offset the stress that's involved. Good. Good. Good boy. Good. Couché. Oh, good boy. Good. Put myself in a position I could slide down, and my tap was right here. Okay? But the timing involved with it is the key. And so that's why I'm accenting taps to you, because it can get you to understand that it's a matter of timing and what you're doing with these corrections, where they're at, right? The customer last night was talking to me about Aussie, about his dog being so precocious, wanting to go into everybody. He's the exact same way. And he needs to learn that there's a consequence from that. He needs to learn to start healing, staying at my side instead of being affected by these distractions. Somebody walks by and he leaves my leg and right away wants to jump on the person. That's all exuberance from a puppy and having the confidence to be that way. Yep, good boy. So that being the case, we need to start couché. Good. Adding in a aversive baseboard, communication, tactile from the leash, right? Leash pressure is one aspect of it, but also those taps are the other aspect, the other side of things, right? The leash pressure is going to teach him to give an understanding. There it is, okay? What you want him to do. Now, I set up body language-wise. He's smarter than heck. He picked up on that. I don't know if you guys saw it. No. But he did, right? What did he see? When I went to go put leash pressure on that leash, couché. Good boy. Nope. Nope. Come on. Nope. Come on. Let's go. Good. Notice what I did. I robbed him of his reward. No. Good. Good. All right, you ready? Couché. Good boy. There you go. Good boy. We're going to call that good, buddy. We're going to call that good. That was good. So I accomplished my goal, which was to convey an idea to the dog. And my idea was basically to down on the walker, down on the movement, in movement, right? Where I'm moving forward and the dog has to drop right on the dime. Well, it kind of ties into my explosion. So that's why I put it there. Because I'm teaching the dog to go down in a fast manner using tactile, using the taps. Some of the purely positive people will be going, oh my God, you're going to, you're correcting the dog, the pinch collar, this, that. Reality, dogs' brains work a certain way in their wiring. Yep, what a dog is as far as his breeding, being bred for a purpose, who this dog is, the key is that I understand that, right? And so I can understand how to balance aversives and correction. We don't need to beat the dog up. We need to know and understand dog psychology to a point. Couché. Good. And notice he just got that in one lesson this morning. First time I've done it was this morning. In fact, I missed half of it because I didn't have my mic on. I went, damn it. So I have to come back to it. I get some of the stuff. I'm going, man, this is some good stuff. And then I look down and realize I didn't have my mic on. Good. Good. Big boy. Yep. Good boy. Good. Notice how I'm accenting and keying in that dog's name preparatory to an explosion. preparatory to something happening. And I'm going to keep building on that concept, OPA, until it becomes something that he understands. OPA, and once he understands it, watch the work you get out of him, right? No, I don't do sport, but I guarantee you I know how to train a dog. Good boy. Yep, come on. That criteria is on the sport bench as far as all the different sports, ring sports, Schutzen, street league, there's bunches of them. AW this organization, that organization, they all have a criteria. Yep, something they put together. Couché, good, nope, good boy, good, good. That they have created to be able to judge somebody's training and having fun, enjoyment, getting out there, training your dog to do something. But to me, being a child, doing my circus dog in the beginning and being creative, getting a dog to do all kinds of different things, there was no criteria except the criteria that I created for myself. What do I expect out of my training? What do I want to get the dog to do? And that criteria fits in. I learned so much from all those sports. Yep, because there's always something in their scenarios that you can use towards real life application. Towards real life, OPA, yes. Yep, good boy, good. There you go. OPA, nope, yes, good. OPA, yes, good. And if you notice over the last few days, when I'm robbing him of food and I'm doing that correction where I just say no and I don't give it to him and I make him work a little harder, that's all work ethic. Yep, it's teaching the dog to have a work ethic. Good. Couché, good boy, that was good, that was good. There you go. Yay, good boy. We did good today, buddy. All right, you ready? Are you ready? Ooh, let's do it. Yeah, good boy, good. Right back into my other one. I see. I see. Good. Yes. Good. Notice I mixed up, right? I didn't do my explosion into the down with the toy, right? That little routine. Good. There you go. Good boy. Good. Good boy. Good boy. Now we're going to go opposite first this time, to my left instead of my right. My right is my dominant. Out. Yes, good boy, good. So I've got to mix it up. Mix up at this point in stage is important because you're completing the whole context of what I'm working on, which is to get the dog to learn to pay attention, watch, listen. I see. Couché. Yes, good boy, good. Okay? Notice how nice and springy that was, right? And then I've got 3 or 4 or 5 different other places to put that springy into context in other areas. Good boy, that's good. Yeah, good boy, good. And you'll notice my attitude will change. My attitude of expecting work out of him, expecting him to work to do his job, all that will start to change as he matures because I'll expect more and more out of him, right? Out. I see. Good. Couché. Yes, good boy, good. And I don't know if you notice it, but there's some springy here, baby. That coiled spring is starting to get conditioned in, where he'll start to have a very coiled spring behavior modality in his mindset when he's affected by this stuff in the training, right? Where he starts to get conditioned to work a certain way. Good. All right, one more time on the bouncing. We're done. We're going to go and eat. Out. I see. Good. You ready? Couché. Yes, good boy. Good. I hope you can see it coming together because I sure do. All right, Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training with BigBoy. Good boy. A lot of this is setting a work ethic, attitude within the work, knowing he's expected to do something. All this, fulfill the dog's psychological needs and watch what happens. And there is a lot of attitude into what you do and how you condition it because that stressor, believe it or not, of corrections is something that builds character. It creates an intensity. It does all kinds of things. That's where we get into the NEPO stuff, right? Negative, positive. All right, Couché. Nope. Work ethic. Couché. No, come on. Let's go. Couché. Good boy. There you go. Good. Notice how I pushed and I asked for more. A little bit more. Do it better. And then when I put that in all kinds of different contextual locations within my training and different aspects of things, you'll start to see why that matters. And I'm accenting it to you guys because I want you to understand that it's not about just heel, sit down, stay. It's how you condition in the work that makes the difference, right? Creating a work ethic in the dog, creating a dog that wants to work and keep working and has the intensity in the work, right? That's all part of genetics, yes, but so much of it is formed and shaped in how you work the dog, right? All right. Good boy, good. Out. I see. Good, we're done. Good boy, we're done. Good. We're gonna go get something to eat. You hungry? Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. All right, let's go. Come on, let's go. Nope. Hey, we're done. Come on, we're done. Go. Stop being a little precocious little punk. All right, talk to you guys later. Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training, and Big Boy.